Hello. I am making this video because I wanted you guys to see this. This is a deciduous forest. Now, this biome doesn't exist in California at all. What we have is a lot of chaparral in the south, which is a dwarf forest. You notice these trees are pretty big, they're not tiny trees. And we also have taiga further north, which is a coniferous forest, which is this also is not that. And we have desert, of course. We have desert. This is clearly not desert. There's water everywhere, and it's frozen in the form of snow. This is a deciduous forest, and most of the east coast of the United States is deciduous. So what does that mean? Well, it means that these trees are not dead. They're alive. They've gone dormant. They've dropped their leaves and have pulled all their sap and everything down into their roots to wait out the winter. And they will come springing back in the spring. Now you might notice that there are some conifers here. There's like conifers over there, but they are not dominant here. And because even though they keep growing all winter long, they cannot compete with these trees. These trees will grow when the spring comes. They will flower, some of them will flower. They'll sprout leaves. They will completely blot out the sun of those conifers. And they will grow much faster than the conifers. So even if you came out and planted a whole mess of conifers, it would be only a matter of time before the native trees simply outcompeted them. They would grow faster, they would reproduce faster, they would slowly dominate the landscape because the pines would really only have a chance to grow when it's winter. Now, if the climate were colder, the conifers would have a greater advantage because these other trees would have to spend larger and larger times in dormancy and less time gathering sunlight. But most of the year here, it's not frozen, and these enormous solar collectors are they're too big. Pine needles cannot compete with this. Now, this obviously is not a tropical rainforest because it is ridiculously cold right now. Well, it's not ridiculous. It's about freezing right now, so there is some frozen water on the ground, but most of it's just wet. But like a tropical rainforest, you also get a lot of biodiversity here. You can't see the animals right now, but most of them also go dormant. They will hibernate. So I'm not worried about a bear attack. Squirrel attack maybe, but not a bear attack. But even here, we got funguses, a variety of funguses, a variety of mosses, lichens, other plant life. The biodiversity out here in a deciduous forest is almost as great as what you find in a tropical rainforest. And certainly that is impressive. But long story short, deciduous forest loses leaves in the wintertime, goes to a state of dormancy. A lot of animals do too. They hibernate. But still a dynamic and interesting biome, especially if you're like me from California and you don't get to see something like this that often. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.